I always love watching you and Chaz snipe on Swine Brothers.
Do you?
It's fun.
Okay, we're live. Hi, fuckers. This is Elliot Lindenwood of Swine Brothers on a fun hangout. With me today is Eric Chaves and Mr. fucking lazy fucking UK guy,
My
Chaz
name's Elliot
Road.
Lindemood.
Chaz Road Almighty.
Macho man. Elliot wants a macho man.
No, I don't.
Yes, you did. Shall I screen share the Facebook chat where you clearly say, I want machos?
I was trying to say nachos.
Macho man.
My cat jumped on
I
my
want to
head.
be a macho man.
Eric, say something.
How you doing, Eric? Are you all right?
How are you, Eric?
Okay. It's just this is so entertaining watching us go back and forth.
So anyway, if I can show the host how it's done. Hey people, obviously you're used to watching a normal Swine Brothers episode on a Friday. However, obviously we're just going for a general fuck about anything goes episode. Just a laugh.
See, I couldn't even be bothered to. I was going to do a whole intro, and then I just said fuck it because this is an unprofessional show.
Fucking lazy.
I don't have to.
No, do you know what, mate? You're like fucking Wolf. You are. I'm surprised you even started this fairly close to time.
Don't even start with me on laziness. At 2:46, he said, "Are you ready for this hang?" And I said, "Yes." Let me get the.
And when did you say that? Like 10 fucking minutes later.
I said it 2 minutes later. I said.
Oh, well, fucking might as well take you fucking ages.
And then I shared the link.
I'm sorry, do you want me to sit around for fucking, like, when people come to your door and they ring the doorbell, do you expect them, what, to pull up a chair, read the fucking newspaper
Let me talk. I shared the link at, like...
Do you have a little waiting room in your porch?
What time did I share the link, Eric?
You shared the link at around 2:47.
Right, and Eric, what did I say, what was it, like 39 minutes past, 29 minutes past?
You said
and then I shared the link again.
And then what time did I join the hangout?
About 2 minutes later.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't give a shit. This was not a scheduled hangout. You said 3.
I'm a Whovian. Don't argue time with me, sunshine.
Doctor Who sucks.
Yeah, metal's for faggy little queers.
Yeah, well, so's disco. Oh, wait. We already knew that.
Shut up, you're the one that wants to be in the Navy so you can go west where the stars are bright.
So basically what we're saying
is... Which one of us lives closer to San Francisco, huh?
Gaz has the British...
Think about that.
Gaz has British...
You're statistically more likely to have AIDS than me. Think about that.
And Chaz is running on British fucking train time, which I've heard is abysmal.
How about we go outside? How about that? Cash me outside.
What are you fucking...
Cash me outside and you'll catch us the fucking AIDS, you will.
Just because... I don't even live close to San Francisco, you fucking moron.
Oh, you do. You live close to fucking enough. Oh. But you fucking love it, don't you? Go down to all those clubs playing the songs. Do you sing along, do you? Do you sing Willies, Willies? I love Willies. I bet you do, don't you?
I've been to San Francisco since 2009, actually.
Oh, so you have been to San Francisco then, though, you admit it?
Yeah, we fucking went to the fucking...
I've been there.
Golden Gate Bridge, did you? The good old Golden Gate Bridge?
We went to Amoeba. We went to Amoeba and I puked in the parking lot.
So you've always been a pussy, then?
Oh, you're saying Chaves.
I was saying
Chavez.
I've been to San Francisco, too. But
we're not really surprised about that. Probably looking for a green card, weren't you, Eric?
You've never...
Gay marriage became legal and you thought, well, no woman will touch me. Might as well try me fucking luck.
This is someone who's never actually been to America talking.
Oh, definitely.
Why would I want to go? I mean, I've seen who you elect president for the last, 40 years. Or not fucking going near that one.
I'm sorry. Wait. Let's stop. Okay. You've had Margaret Thatcher, John Major, Tony fucking Blair, Gordon Brown, David Cameron, now Theresa May. You can't get a good prime minister.
Yeah, but I mean, the head of state's still the queen. I mean, what have you had? You've had Ronald Reagan, a fucking actor, a
Hey,
fucking, what was
Chess,
it, George
Chess,
W. Bush Sr. And I mean, these people come off the backs of the people like the Kennedys and the fucking Reagans.
Chess.
Sorry, not the Reagans, the Nixons. So
At least Reagan was honest that he was an actor. At least in the
then you
80s,
had George Bush Sr., then you had Bill fucking Clinton,
Clinton, and
then you had fucking George W. Bush. You know, right? Bill Clinton gets blown underneath the fucking desk in the Oval Office. That gets him kicked out of office. However, several fucking Arabs get blown by George W. Jr. No one seems to fucking give a shit.
that did not get Bill Clinton kicked out of office. Thank you.
I believe that was the fucking start of the decline.
No, he.
I believe that was a huge thing.
Wait, let me talk. Fuck! Stop interrupting all the time. He did not actually get out of office because of that. He got out of office because his second term ended, but he did have impeachment proceedings, but they fucking fell apart because no one cared, and he did serve out his remaining.
Fucking
time.
barely.
No.
Admit it. Fucking.
No.
He slid through the skin of his teeth and fell into disgracement.
It was an overblown thing. What I love is that he also gave away the airwaves and never got impeached for that. I mean, and plus his whole.
And then it gets even better, doesn't it? Because after George W. Bush, you then had good old Obama. And then after Obama, you have that fucking cheesy what's it. Well done.
And of course, before Reagan, we had Carter, who couldn't get anything done. Ford, that didn't really matter. The crook Nixon, Lyndon Johnson, who because of him, the Vietnam is fucked. Kennedy, an oversexed playboy. Eisenhower, fucking nut job. Truman, fucking toxic. Roosevelt, who didn't know when to fucking leave office. Yeah, we haven't had a good president since. Oh wait, we've never had a good president. That's yeah. I mean, even Lincoln was an asshole. But still, the fucking Brits talk about and yeah, you have a figurehead queen. Oh, big deal.
Still the head of state.
Yeah, God save the fucking queen.
Indeed.
Until she dies. Then it'll be God save the something else.
And rule Britannia. Britannia rule the waves.
Britannia rules jack shit these days.
Sorry, what does your faggy country really fucking rule?
Everything. I mean,
not really. It doesn't really rule everything, does it? It basically squared up to all of the big kids and was like, "Come on, we used to be friends."
True, but that's more than you're. I mean, you're about to lose the UK. You're about to lose the United Kingdom, the glorious British Empire.
Scots. We're going to lose the Scots. We're not going to lose the British Empire.
Yes, you will. The Scots have finally seen sense. We've had enough of these fucking Union Jack assholes. All glory to Scotland. Hello to any British people watching the show, by the way.
Yeah, don't talk to Elliot. He's an American.
That's an insult. That's a fucking insult.
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, your whole country's a fucking insult. It's an insult to the values that were set forth by the fucking founding fathers.
Actually, it's not. I mean, the founding fathers believed that all men are created equal except women, blacks, Indians, and anyone else we don't happen to like. Oh, and
no, that's what we believed.
And the only people who could vote should be white men who own land. So yeah.
Well, isn't that the way it should be, really?
I'm sure the founding fathers would like some of these. Haha. I'm sure the founding fathers would be fucking proud. Yeah. Anyone says the value this country once stood for. Really? Do you really want to open that can of worms? And Eric's just like, I like Kiss.
Like, whatever. I'm just listening to YouTube.
Well, fucking join in then, you prick. Don't just be a little Susie on the sidebar.
Oh, fuck off.
Fucking make me, Eric. Go on.
This is the sweariest
Fucking
show we've done since.
keep going, mate, and I'll fucking phone fucking Trump and tell him where you fucking are.
Go for it. I want to go back to Mexico.
You'll be going back the other side of that fucking wall after you've built it, you lazy cunt.
Viva President.
Oh, yeah, he's going to need us to build a wall. He keeps forgetting that.
Well, I mean, if you're going to have any construction done, I mean, you usually go with a bunch of Mexicans, don't you?
Pretty
Yes.
much.
Yes, in a van playing mariachi music.
Drinking tequila.
I'll never understand, like, don't you listen to other kind of music? I mean, there's some great death metal from Mexico, dude. The Chasm, trance metal, whatever the fuck. Black Hate, I'm blanking on it. Fuck. Leprosy. Yeah, there's some great metal from Mexico, and yet all they play is. That was horrible.
I know. I didn't do it properly. I wanted to make him suffer. Like I did with you when I kept posting the fucking disco lyrics earlier.
Yeah, he makes me suffer by posting links I don't even click on.
Oh, but you know what they are, and the fact that
So,
you know I've posted
posted-
them is enough to get to you.
No, I just posted anal cunt staying alive oi version. Oi, 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 staying alive. I don't care. I don't care, Chuck. And you can't post things with the YouTube app because the YouTube app no longer works. Because Google's a bunch of cunts.
Oh, I don't necessarily have to punch it into the YouTube link. I could just screen share it.
Well, then you get fucking copyright. Then I will actually murder you. Okay? I will actually just fucking... I will fly down to Kent, to Margate, and I will fucking behead you.
We're going to have a few problems there. The first one is flying to Margate, and the second one is I don't live there.
I will ask all around town, because I know what your last name is.
Well, duh. I've got you on Facebook. Well, hidden.
So
I mean, fucking the sleuth is on the case, is he? Fucking Inspector Gadget. Can we call you Blind Justice? Can we make a show about you? You're Blind Justice.
Yeah, but instead of solving cases, I just sit here and listen to music and watch people get murdered.
Oh, how about this? Metal She Wrote.
Metal She Wrote.
We could have like even the theme tune, you know, the that, but we could have like a metal version of it.
So basically, Elliot is now Angela Lansbury.
Elliot Lansbury.
Yeah.
I just thought
Elliot
of the Alan
Lanzamu.
Partridge. I just thought of the Alan Partridge thing, and what else did you do? Punched Angela Lansbury. Because it's funny.
Oh, you would though. Suck the bitch right in her fucking chops. Because here's the thing, mate. I don't want to be her friend because I've watched her fucking show, and each and every time someone's a friend, they always end up either murdered or being accused of murder.
I've been accused. I've been accused of everything else. I might as well be accused of murder. Apparently, I'm a racist, fascist, atheist, Satanist. Well, okay, that part's true. Marxist, Stalinist, North Korea apologist. I've been accused of everything under the sun except for murder. You know, and I tried that on Eric once. It didn't work. Chaz, how high are you?
How high am I?
Yes.
I don't know, about, I would say about maybe 60 feet above sea level.
I knew you were going to do that too. Okay, how much pot have you smoked?
None, actually.
That explains your pissy attitude.
It's not a pissy attitude. It's just a special fucking love I have for you.
It's a pissy attitude because I fucking said it is, bitch. Get on your fucking...
Oh.
Fuck you.
Oh.
I'm gonna send a trout to rape you.
If you must.
I actually... if anyone's watching
I mean,
this...
that's I kind of want you to do that. That sounds quite impressive, to be honest. I mean, I doubt you can do it, but then again, I'm ready to be turned into a fucking believer. You know, fucking trout. I mean, that would be a fucking turn up for the books. I mean, they have very tiny penises. I mean, it would probably be a little bit more uncomfortable rather than unpleasant.
No, he wouldn't do it with his... He would do, like, he would ram his tail into you.
Surely he'd be better off ramming his head in, and then because he could put himself in.
True.
Like, I mean, you don't think of how a fish could rape somebody very well, do you?
Well,
Clearly not put enough thought into.
I don't ask. I don't know the trout yet. Okay, I have to get to know this trout.
So you see, right? I just send trouts to rape, but no, you have to fucking what? Wine and fucking dine them. I mean,
I have to get to know them and get to know, like I want to question them because I want trouts that will, be the optimum. I don't just want any fucking trout. I want super trout. And by the way, to anyone watching this, we're not sorry.
no, not at all.
I'm tired as shit. I was about to go to fucking bed for a while, and Chaz is just, pissy and late as usual. I can't remember the last time actually no, the last couple episodes he has actually been on the intro, but for like it seems like 20 episodes. Sorry,
it's because you started the fucking bollock early, like before I'm even a fucking bout. You're like, yeah, let's do a hangout, yeah.
It's not my fault. It's fucking Jim's fault. And he's not here, so we can talk shit about him.
Yeah, fuck Jim.
And even if he was here, we'd still talk shit about him.
Yeah. Do you know what I love? Like, one of the best things about being on this show is when you've got Jim trying to read something out and he's already slightly giggling because he's thinking to himself things he could say about the thing. And then I come in and I say just like one offhand little comment and you can hear him trying to read it, but you can hear him like in the back of his mind, like giggling his fucking tits off at the same time.
Chaz is probably the most racist person here. And that's saying something.
Where did that come from? Who's asking about who's the most racist and how am I the most racist?
Well,
I would say I'm the most bigotous because I don't like blindies.
No, I mean, you're the one who, after I made a joke about stupid fucking ape, # Black Lives Matter.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, you're the most racist. Doesn't mean you actually believe in it, just...
Do you know what? You know when Pokemon Go is all the rage, yeah? I do wonder if there was any racist police officer who arrested a black man, turned to his partner and said, I've just caught a level 12 mankey.
Oh, God.
And welcome to the Swine Brothers. We're called the Swine Brothers for a reason. Oops. Okay. Yeah, we're called the Swine Brothers for a reason, people.
You just trying to lay down your defense for when this fucking gets struck down by the Black Fury.
I'm trying to lay down the defense just in case, like, I ever get sued for, like...
What you mean, in case you end up in fucking Salon or something like that, or on BuzzFeeds?
It's not so much...
Do you know what, right? It'd be funny because they'll be like, oh, this guy, Elliot Lindemood, he's a big fucking racist. And you'll be like, I'm not a racist. I can't actually see colour. And they'll be like, oh, he's saying he's colourblind.
It's not so much...
raising black people.
It's not so much the offensive jokes. It's the fact that about every episode I tell people to kill themselves. And my biggest, like, if someone actually does it, and I have to go to court, and in court I'm going to say something moronic that I'm going to regret. So Jim will be the one having to shut me up. And if Jim is the one who shuts me, don't say it. Why don't you fucking kill yourself, Judge? Yeah. So yes, I'm just laying down my defense just in case I get cause someone's death or end up on Salon or fucking BuzzFeed or one of those articles.
Don't worry about the old BuzzFeed. Nothing they can do. You'll end up on Young Turks. They'll be showing clips of you.
Oh God. Yeah, but then they'll be like, well, we can't. He's blind, and then I'll be like, oh God. As long as I don't end up on the drunken peasants, I'm happy.
As much as I hate, do you know what makes me laugh though? Do you remember a while back, like Thunderfoot and Anna Kasparian or whatever they were? They were both talking, and she was being really anti-feminism, and then all of a sudden she just fucking turned on a fucking dime. That's why I don't think you could trust people like the Young Turks. I don't think they're genuine people. I think they're just out to say whatever they think people want to hear. And unfortunately, there's a sort of problem with things like YouTube and social media where there's lots of people just out to say what they think people want to hear. And then because they do that, like they keep coming out with all of this virtue signaling and the wrong fucking ideas keep getting reinforced because of it. Because everyone thinks this is what's popular, but it isn't.
I don't remember that because I had better things to do than watch the Young Turks. Personally, I didn't know, and because I've never considered myself part of the YouTube community because we've been through this about a billion times. So I just always say what's on my mind. So sometimes even I know that that's better left not done. But you know, fuck you. I can't help it because I'm an asshole. But God, where was I? I've lost my train of thought. Of course, the real thing is, wait, you had a train of thought?
Yeah. What was it? Virgin Train, was it? Cancelled at Ealing.
Oh, fuck you. Virgin Steel. Great band. Great band. There are birds outside my window. But yeah, the whole thing about, oh God, I actually tried listening to the Drunken Peasants for about 3 minutes live, and they were opening Christmas presents because people who don't know them send them Christmas presents. And the whole 3 minutes was some random guy yelling, Joker coffee mug, Joker coffee mug, I want a Joker coffee mug, I want the Joker coffee mug. And it's like, oh dude, I would like to ram the Joker coffee mug straight into your motor cortex of your brain. Nah. Just watching you die would be so much fun right now. I don't like people that much. I don't know if you noticed. Not really a people person. Not really a people person. But yes, never tell anyone what you think they want to hear. Always tell people what you want to hear. And what I want to hear right now is more Chaz bitching about shit. Chaz, say something.
Oh,
Oh, he died.
Hmm.
He just died there.
sorry, that was because I was typing it muted.
Typing. No, well, actually, you weren't muted until just now. I could hear you breathing. It's your pedo breath.
Yeah, just for you, you excite me so much.
Ugh. 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 I think Eric might be the thinnest Swine brother because Swine Brothers is a pretty fat show.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I mean, it almost has its own gravity. Like, this is why we have to do it over the internet. If we were in the same spot at once, like, I think the moon would crash into us.
I wanted to call the show, I don't know, well, I thought maybe the show would be like fat guys ranting about shit, but yeah. Fuck it. I don't care. I like food. Wouldn't mind getting some right now. Chaz is typing. He's probably typing about how.
No, that was Eric typing that time.
No, but I mean, Chaz was typing. He's probably typing about how great England is.
No, I was actually doing something else.
Internet porn. Snuff film. Are you torturing Are you torturing someone and murdering them on camera? Because if you are, I want to see that shit.
So do I.
Dude, if you actually knew it was real, you'd freak the fuck out. I'd probably just laugh. Because, it's funny to me. I subscribe to the Seth Putnam School. I hate people until I get to know them.
And then you hate them even more.
Well, yes, but I may not. I mean, there's always the slim chance that I may not. His breathing is really distracting.
Sorry, is that better, Master?
Could you just stop breathing? I said stop breathing for about 12 minutes, maybe.
Oh, so you want me to flatline?
Yes, I want you to die.
Well, I mean, that's a bit much, isn't it? I mean, you come on, you treat your fucking host like this, and this is why.
Wait a minute. Treat my host like this.
Yeah, you treat your guests. They come on, your co-hosts.
Yeah,
This is how you treat them. I mean, I don't even have fucking sparkling water in my fucking dressing room. What kind of shit fucking operation are you running
have a
here?
dressing room.
Exactly. See, so I definitely don't have sparkling water in it.
I want a deli. Well, look at me, Chad. I don't have a deli tray. All I have is an empty coffee mug and 2 rock stars. I don't even have a deli tray. I mean, I'm suffering here. This is fucking third world hell right here. I'm the talent, and I have to do things myself. What about you, Eric? You don't have a deli tray or M&Ms, do you?
No, I don't have a deli tray. I don't have a bag of M&Ms, and I don't have a plate of chocolate chip cookies. What the hell?
I need to hire a catering crew who will somehow fly from England to America just to fucking fuck you, Jeff. Now he's typing.
Yeah. Yes. For Swine Brothers, I need a plate of deli sandwiches, a bag of chocolate M&Ms, and a plate of cookies.
For Swine Brothers, I demand a full deli tray, beer, whiskey, and Russian hookers.
Yes. Always Russian hookers.
Yeah, because I get bored during the show. We need more people in here.
We do.
We do. But I mean, come on. Like, what have you been up to this weekend, Eric? I mean, apart from obviously fucking dodging ice and, joining Antifa rallies, what else have you been doing?
Oh, God. Well, selling oranges on the streets of Los Angeles.
Now, come on, mate. There's no need to go for stereotypes.
Yeah, you're one. Let's see. Eating tacos and drinking tequila all day.
Wait, Eric, do you hang out at Rite Aid at 3 every day to buy beer?
Yeah.
No, he goes down the fucking street in one of those cars with the airbags. Listening to his Cypress Hill.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. No.
Do you know what? I bet there is one Cypress Hill track I bet you'd like.
Oh, what song is that?
Rock Superstar.
I doubt it.
Go and listen to it. Go and listen to it now.
Okay.
No. I'm not going to go and listen to Cypress Hill. Not now
Just listen to this one song. I bet you listen to fucking baby metal.
Yeah, but that was because I was reviewing an album, bitch.
Well, review this one song for me.
After the show.
Fine. After the fucking show. I don't care. Just fucking listen to the song.
Fine, but I'll hate it.
Eric, you're fucking, that way inclined, make sure you've got the fucking link to give him.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
one of your hefes have recently shared it on Facebook, no doubt.
Oh yeah.
I,
Cypress Hill, Latino American rap. Oh yeah, definitely.
I only listened to fucking Baby Metal because I had to review it, and it wasn't even my decision. You mentioned it, and fucking stupid Jim. Oh yeah, it's a great idea. And okay, I didn't mind 2 tracks, and I actually kind of liked two tracks. But still, some of the others just made me want to bang my head against the wall so hard. I mean, but still, I did actually enjoy 2 tracks, which is more than I can say for the Slipknot album I reviewed later that day. Oh god, so that was my idea because I thought I'm gonna get revenge on Jim, and then I was like, oh shit, I have to listen to this too. Oh fuck, 20 tracks in 62 minutes of Slipcorn, and yeah, I was like, I have to listen to this too. Oh god. I really wish I hadn't have done that.
Elliot, I'm hearing you talk about Slipknot, and I am trying with every ounce of power not to ask what Corey Taylor thought.
I don't give a fuck what Corey Taylor thought. I hope he dies.
He thought, wouldn't it be nice if we were younger, then we wouldn't have... Yeah, that's what he thought.
You can't.
Could you imagine that? Could you imagine if like Corey Taylor came out and he was now a crooner? He was just going to start doing like Rat Pack songs.
Well,
Or maybe doing like Slipknot songs in the style of the Rat Pack.
that would be more interesting than his fucking horrible whatever the fuck he's doing. Fuck Slipknot. Seriously. But we also reviewed.
Could you imagine that though? Could you imagine him like coming out on stage one day and it's just like, this is a song by Slipknot. And it's like, I feel the eras up in me. I kneel down and clear the stone of leaves.
God,
I walk around where you can see. Inside my shell, I wait and bleed.
Oh, God. Okay, I've actually heard the isolated vocal track of that. And I shit you not, whenever he screamed, I'm waiting for him to burst into tears. It just sounds like he's about to cry.
Do you know what? You know that song I can't remember what it's called, yeah? But I think it's called Worm Before I Was Man or something like that.
I don't know. I don't fucking want to talk about Slipknot.
Go ahead.
Before I forget, that's it. That's
the interesting thing is there's a band called there are 2 80s thrash metal bands. One was called Slipknot, and the other's called Disturbed. And weirdly enough, they're both miles better than the 2 lamestream bands of the same name.
Well, we already know the only songs that Disturbed have done that anyone really cares about, is The Sound of Silence and that Land of Confusion, the 2 covers they've done. Like, they've only ever written one other song than that, and it goes... Manamana, manamana, manama, manamana, manama, manamana.
And by the way, to anyone who thinks The Sound of Silence is satanic, you have no idea what Satanism actually is. Yes, but
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I actually saw Disturbed and Slipknot both live, and I thought they both sucked. And that was when I actually liked them. Then I saw Slayer live, so fuck you. Slayer. Swine Brothers like Slayer.
Yeah.
Angel of Death.
Slayer, barely know her.
That was horrible. Now I must kill you. I fucking... Why am I still awake?
I don't know, because you drink too much energy drink. You've probably got the heart rate of a fucking, 80-year-old fucking coke fiend.
You should see me when I don't have any energy drink, Chaz. I can't even form complete sentences.
Well, you should see me, mate.
That was horrible. See, at least Jim's moderately creative in this shit. You just...
You do know I'm deliberately non-creative with these. You do know it's on purpose.
Yes, I understand that, but you do know I find it boring
and annoying.
No, actually,
Oh, you do
boring.
find it annoying. It annoys you a little bit, doesn't it? Come on, it does
No,
annoy you a
it
little bit.
doesn't.
Ah, come on, just a little.
No.
Ah,
'Cause
go on, admit it. Just a tiny bit
I
annoys you.
make those
I
same
mean, I'm
jokes.
sure it should annoy you. I mean,
I make
I
those
would
same
find
jokes
it
myself.
very, very annoying. You know,
Well,
myself. I don't know about you, but I would. I would find it. And
that's because you get annoyed easily, but I make the same jokes myself, so it just sounds like something I said, so it doesn't annoy me in the slightest. It just bores me. So, you know,
oh, that was a good fart.
yeah, well, so well, no, you'll never get me to admit that you annoy
Do
me
you
with.
know what? Right? Do you know what's no word of a fucking lie? Right? We've now got these packs. They all are like this olive drab green. Yeah, these like all cigarette packets and tobacco pouches and stuff. And I've got this pouch of Old Holborn, and you know, all it is, it's just plain green. It has a tiny little bit on it where it's written that it's Old Holborn. And on there, there's just this fucking naked man laying on his side, sort of like in the fetal position. Yeah. And it just says smoking increases the risk of impotence. Like, this is how they're trying to get you to stop smoking.
Can I just say that people are buying? Eric, I'm gonna have to do this for you, Eric.
Wow.
And do you know what? I've got a pack of fags as well, right? And on here it says smoking damages your lung cancer, and then there's a picture of a woman with sort of shoulder length straight hair, and she's coughing up like blood onto a tissue, right? But at a wrong distance, it just looks like Ziggy Stardust singing, like in the corner of your eye. I keep on looking at it, and all I can think of is ground control to Major Tom.
I've never understood why they think warning labels like that on cigarettes are gonna do anything.
I know, you know, those people who are chemically addicted to a substance.
Well,
You
and why
know,
don't they put that on?
they're going to look at that and go, "Oh, actually, it's like, you know what we're going to have next? We're going to legalize fucking smack and put fucking warning labels on baggies. You know, smack can ruin your fucking life." Because I'm sure the addict's going to think about that.
I've never been into the government in the anti-smoking campaign. I say let people smoke if they want to fucking smoke. Let people
Well,
drink
I think it's gone a bit too far, right? I think when it started off, I mean, it has been a slippery slope. It started off, you used to just have on your cigarette packet, like on the front of it, you'd have like a bit, sort of half the way up the packet from the bottom, you'd have like a fucking white box, and in there in black letters would generally be written something like "smoking kills, smoking causes cancer," blah 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 blah. Yeah. But you know, they still had design over the packaging and stuff like that. Yeah. Now they have to be olive drab green. Yeah. So you can't even tell a brand apart. Yeah. I mean, this is the ridiculousness. It was like, oh yeah, we can't put fucking the logo of a fucking cigarette company on a Ferrari, but we can put the logo of a fucking bank on there, and then there's no worry of any fucking nasty stuff that could be going on with the banking practices at all.
See, my whole thing about smoking is people are gonna fucking smoke. Your anti-smoking campaign isn't gonna change anything. People are going to smoke. Let them smoke. If they want to damage their lungs, let them damage their lungs. I do a lot of unhealthy things. I understand the risks. I understand the risks of drinking caffeine. I understand the risks of alcohol, and I like to do it. So fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, we should just leave people to be people. I mean, there's a problem when you start certain substances. Yeah, they need to be controlled. Some heavily more so than others. Yeah. But there seems to be an attitude with some where it's not about controlling a substance. It's about fucking ignoring the substance.
See, I disagree.
It's the absolute. Well, I would call it the abstinence of drug policy.
See, I disagree. I don't think any substance should be fucking controlled. I say if people want to fucking, I say if 3-year-olds want to get heroin, they should fucking get heroin. Fuck it. It's amazing how little I care any longer.
Hmm.
I'd like to see Eric high though.
Well, I mean, judging by his racial tone, most likely he's on the wacky tobacco and maybe even moving on to meth.
I remember trying to do some sort of interview while drunk, and I was like,
I really do want to do an interview with an archer, I've decided.
Well, man, get in contact with them. Stop talking about it. Fuck.
I will do, like, fucking, I'm a busy man, but, you know. It was like, he sent me those messages, though, right?
You're
And
so
before I
busy
really
right
had time to fucking fully consider it, he'd already fucking got rid of the fucking friends request and all of that. Like, I said, oh, I consider it. And he, like, fucking just like, oh, no fucking time to even consider it. I want to add you back as my friend. Oh, sorry, mate.
Yeah, he's autistic. Well, I don't know if he is, but
I mean, come on, he does come off a big spectrum, doesn't he?
yeah, he does. Eric, doesn't he remind me of people in that class? Doesn't Eric remind you of people in
What was that, the remedial class?
social skills?
Yeah, oh, so you had the blindy, the fucking
I was placed
illegal.
I was placed in social skills because I didn't make friends because I didn't really understand that people. See, it used to be if you were a loner, people would call you a loner and just let you be. Nowadays, it's oh, you're a loner. We're gonna put you in a class so you understand social skills, so you make friends. It's like, bitch, if I want to make friends, I'll make friends. Go away. It was fucking nanny state. You know, it was total just stupidity. There's a plane flying overhead. Hello, plane. I wonder if the pilot likes the show. I don't know why. I don't like the show. Actually, that's not true. I kind of enjoy it. Thanks to everyone who watched the last show. PewDiePie is scum. That's what we titled it. Apparently, I'm the only one who has the vocal capacity for talking anymore. So I'll tell you that on Sunday I'll be watching the Daytona 500, and then I'll be shitting.
Shitting, did you say?
Yes, I said shitting. Finally,
what will you be shitting?
I'll be shitting out shit.
What shit is this that you'll shit?
Probably food that I've eaten, digested food.
What food are you going to digest?
I'm not sure. We'll have to see on Sunday.
Well, you could see you're not inspiring much confidence that you're actually going to get this done.
I don't. You're not providing any sort of material for the show. You're just criticizing everything I say.
You do know that's my job when I fucking join these hangouts, don't you? Have we not fucking already established that?
Where's Wolf King?
I don't know. Probably hiding somewhere. He was never the same again after that fuck where we trolled him, was he? He was never the same again.
He was never the same again after that.
He still definitely decided that we were never allowed back in his hangouts after that one.
No, I was invited to several others.
I got a couple of invites, but I think it was kind of like, fuck it, I'm desperate.
You know, the thing is, I don't think you get emails anymore if you share on Google Plus, because I haven't gotten any invites for any hangouts at all. And it's not because they haven't stopped doing it. It's just Google Plus is retarded these days. I mean, I've never used Google Plus. Like, I've never looked at my circles or whatever. So I did share the link on the circles. So if anyone wants to join your table of maybe entertain the show while I take a nap.
Well, I mean, because it's just a fuck around, we're not going to go for the full fucking 2 hours.
No, we're gonna go till you decide to leave. Actually,
I've got a interesting fucking early morning tomorrow. Usually my wife works Saturdays and I usually work in the evenings, but we're both off tomorrow, and so my wife's taking my daughter around to her mum's like she usually does on a Saturday, and so she and I are going to have a nice fucking morning without the daughter.
that's amazing. Are you gonna kill people?
Well, we might. I mean, if you were definitely living over here, I'd give it a good thought.
Chaz, you're British and you like the kind of poppy shit. Have you ever heard of an artist called Cunt in the Gang?
No, I haven't.
Oh, We need to share your links then. But yeah, we're pretty much just gonna keep going until you leave, unless someone else joins, and then I'm gonna.
Anyway, what's this about me being into fucking pop music?
Cunt in the Gang is like electronic kind of dance pop with humorous lyrics. Songs, I sucked off a bloke, I didn't like it. My homeless friend, Fred and Rose.
As in Fred and Rose West?
Yes, well, it's a song. I'll send you links after the fucking thing.
Oh, and don't forget, hurry up and wank me off before I get famous.
Oh yes, Wank Fantasy.
Wank me off before I get famous. All I can think of is now they did a song, Wank me off before you go.
Use my arsehole.
And if I'm lucky, you'll give me a blow.
No. Eric and I will send you links. I Was Pissed Out of My Head. That's one of my favorites. Chips or Tits. That's the first song I ever heard.
What, in the world ever?
No, that's the first song by...
You fucking rise every time.
Jimmy Savile and the Sexy Kids. Sexy kids. Made
Do you know what, right?
What he did.
When people mention things about paedophilia, all that comes into my head, yeah?
Oh,
do you know that fucking, what is it, American Dad? There's one episode where they go, like, all the guys from work go to a sushi place, and there's like this teenage boy who keeps coming up to their table, like quite camply, or being like, hello. And then the dad's like, Timmy, get over here. This is why you keep getting molested.
Other songs, yes. The Wrong Ian Watkins.
Oh yeah, fucking two poor blokes. There was H from Steps.
Yep, yeah.
There was just some guy. I think he might have been a counsellor or somebody. I think it was a civil servant of some kind. I think
Steps. That was the joke.
There was H from Steps, whose real name was Ian Watkins. Right? Yeah. Do you know the funny thing about him? Right, he was in Steps, and I remember, like, I was a kid teenager at the time when sort of Steps was about, and I remember Steps. But one other thing I fucking remember is thinking that fucking H was definitely a gay cunt, right? And then it's fucking Celebrity Big Brother, right? The one that had all the fucking racism go on in it. He was fucking in there, and he took that opportune moment to make the shock reveal that he was a homosexual all along.
It's kind of like Rob Halford from Judas Priest. I'm surprised
do you know what's worse? Do you know what's worse? To some people, it was a legitimate fucking shock.
See, that is funny. Okay, well, I was talking about Halford from Priest came out, and everyone was like, yeah, we already knew that. I mean, just look at his outfit.
Was he a bit in the Navy?
You've never seen Judas Priest before? What the...
I don't think I have, no. And if I have, I probably haven't paid much attention,
Eric,
to be honest.
Send him a picture of Judas Priest in their glory days.
Okay.
Fuck's sake. You even like that kind of heavy metal hard rock shit. You don't even know who Judas Priest is. Fucking moron. I like how Chaz does it. He reminds me of Anarchist sometimes. He really does.
You got to stop that offensive shit right there.
No. Anarchist doesn't, like, I'll ask Anarchist something like, you don't know who this... No.
Nope.
Like, everyone knows who this is, you fucking moron.
I mean, I've heard the name Judas Priest, but I've not really looked into them much. Not my sort of thing. I think I've seen one of their videos one time, maybe on a Beavis and Butthead, video.
I like Priest, but I always thought that they could never decide what they wanted to be. Do they want to be Painkiller? Do they want to be this heavy metal band, or do they want to be Living After Midnight? Do they want to be Turbo, a hard rock band?
I think they wanted to play the field a bit. I think they were just trying to keep their options open so they could sort of appeal to more than one audience.
True, but then Merciful Fate came along and was the Judas Priest I always wanted, so...
You know, like, for instance, like, Taylor Swift started out sort of trying to be a country artist.
Wait.
No, if you listen to her
No.
original songs,
Not
they
that.
had this like country fucking vibe.
No. Well, first of all, no, pop country. And second of all, not that. You said play the field. I'm sure Rob Halford's playing the field right now.
Who?
The singer who I took. Oh.
Did I just spoil your joke?
You just.
It wasn't that funny anyway, don't worry.
A fucking moron.
You're the one telling shit jokes, not me, mate. Don't take it out on me.
I actually know who your fucking bands are. It's not like Judas Priest is a fucking obscure band either.
I'm not saying that, like I said, I would know of them, but I don't really know them. You know, like, instead of paying as much attention to them as you have, I paid attention to decent music.
Glamit music is not decent.
No, I'm not talking about glamit music. You do know I hardly listen to that. I like maybe a few fucking glam metal songs, and it's mainly because of fucking like a small phase I went through in my teens.
Yeah, you listen to fucking generic radio pop.
Nope. Well, I do at work because that gets pumped in a lot. Like I know lyrics to fucking Katy Perry and fucking Taylor Swift songs because I've heard them an awful fucking lot in my day's work.
I'm pretty sure I would.
I'm kind of, you know Guantanamo Bay. You know, like the whole thing they were playing Celine Dion songs in there to try and make the prisoners crack like nothing but, you know, my heart will go on. Like that's what you really want to torture somebody, yeah? Lock them somewhere, right, and only play them the one tune. Watch that, send them fucking mental.
Oh, you can play a whole album.
Here all day is.
You could play a whole album if it's bad enough.
Nothing to fear. Like that would drive you up the fucking walls. Or that fucking Cher, Do You Believe in Life After Love? Play that.
I can think of albums that would I mean, if you want to torture someone, play them Celtic Frost Prototype, featuring an industrial rap new metal cover of the Beatles' Helter Skelter. Less said about that, the better.
Do you know what you do? Actually, you really want to torture somebody. This works even better if it's a Whovian, yeah? But you know the Doctor Who theme tune, yeah? You play the Doctor Who theme tune, you play all of the beginning bit, and the bit where it goes, wow, woo, wow, woo, wow, woo, woo, yeah? After it's done the first wow, woo, that's where you just cut it off. So all they hear is
See,
and it just stops, waits a few moments, and then starts all over again.
I actually don't know the Doctor Who theme tune because I actually have good taste in television.
Doctor Who is amazing television.
Yeah, I got bored. I watched a couple episodes and was just like,
which Doctor?
I don't fucking know. I started at the beginning and I was just like, you know what?
The very, very beginning, like William Hatnell, or whatever his name was.
The reboot of the
Christopher Eccleston.
I don't remember. I don't remember some guy.
Yeah, you've got to really, you've got to watch Christopher Eccleston, but that's solely because obviously it sets up the context for the Good Doctors, which is David Tennant and Matt Smith, and Peter Capaldi's a bit meh.
Well, he was good in the thick of it. I really wanted Malcolm.
Got him the Doctor. That really was.
I really wanted Malcolm Tucker as Doctor Who.
Yeah, but you haven't. They tried sort of floating that in there a little bit, and then it didn't kind of work. So they tried backpedaling it, and that's where the character's not really gone anywhere. So they're apparently going to try and go back to having another young Doctor again. So
whenever like the bad guys just, you fucking asshole, and just fucking start screaming at him.
I do think we should have a fighty Doctor. Like, I wouldn't mind that.
But yeah, I got bored and started watching the thick of it, and that was a good show. Thank you, Bishop, for that show. He said, "Oh, you might like this show," and I was like, "Okay." So I just downloaded the entire series I watched that.
I did like Tennant because Tennant's thing was, I'm not going to warn you twice. It's like, right, you got one chance to leave this planet, or I'll stop you, and you won't like that. Right, I warned you once. Bam, you're stopped.
You told me about One Foot in the Grave. That's a good one.
Blackadder.
Still haven't checked that out. Although I do know
you've got to watch Blackadder.
I do know the I am a colossal pervert thing. thanks to a death metal. It's funny because some of the brutal death metal bands have samples in their before the start of their songs, and so I wind up looking this up. So I typed in, "I am a colossal pervert. No form of depravity is too much for me. Animal, vegetable, and mineral. I'll do anything to anything." I actually looked it up. It was just like,
that's the Bishop of Bath and Wells.
Yes,
I think that's
yes.
Blackadder the Second.
Yes,
like
yes.
I grew. I mean, this is like the TV I grew. When I grew up, we had 4 channels in my house. You had BBC One, BBC Two, ITV, and then you had Channel 4. Now ITV's the corporate television, and then you had Channel 4 was a kind of cross between corporate and public service broadcaster. So rather than being funded with government money, it was funded out of selling advertising. It was a test to see whether they could basically stop paying the fee but keep the BBC.
But yeah, I know you've told me about that before. But
yeah,
come on, the
BBC. I mean, the good thing about BBC and the good thing about social media, as in like socialized media, should I say, is that there's a lot of shows like Doctor Who I don't think would get made if it wasn't funded with, Monty Python probably wouldn't have been anything. Lots of this great comedy wouldn't exist.
True.
Because I mean, you don't get the experimental comedy has never been on ITV.
Oh yeah, because
you've had the play it safe sitcom.
Although the BBC does care about ratings, because
not so much though. It doesn't have to. Right, the BBC's charter is not about ratings. Because
but they still. But
it's to inform and educate and entertain. Their ratings are done.
Is that they don't have to care about ratings as much as ITV or whatever.
They don't have to care about ratings at all, because here's the thing: they're chartered to get the money. No, not really. They're chartered to get the money, and as long as they're providing content which informs, educates, and entertains, and is at least believable to have been, broad spectrum enough, so obviously represent enough of the fucking populace, then it's fulfilled its fucking charter.
But my point is, if you'll let me finish my sentence for once in my life, that you can do things that you can't do on major channels. Unfortunately, here we don't have a BBC. I mean, PBS is about as close as you'll get, and even PBS. I mean, they do have BBC shows, but even there, it's
a lot of places will have BBC shows, because the funny thing is, the BBC doesn't actually charge that much for its shows. That's why you've got lots of things like Dave.
The problem with PBS is they've tried a couple shows, entertainment shows, but they tried doing a show with the guys from Car Talk. I love the show Car Talk. It's one of my inspirations for even doing this, but their spontaneity, even though the show is edited, a lot of it, edited together, an hour show is edited together, radio show, the humor was spontaneous. There was no script or anything, and the spontaneous humor evaporated whenever it was the half-hour show on PBS, because it's not just, because it's a different. It was an awful show, stilted as hell. So they've tried to do entertainment shows like that, but it just doesn't work. So you watch, you can see fucking nature documentary or a World War II documentary. There is a BBC America, but the less said about that, the better. It's just a standard corporate show. Just they have commercials and shit, and everything's censored to hell. And, oh yeah, it's worthless. So yeah, something like the BBC, where you can do different things and things that you couldn't normally do on shows that are more dependent. I mean, although I do like Newsoids on ITV. Newsoids was good, and
Yeah, I mean, but see, I do and I don't. But there's one problem with Newsoids, and it's the fact that it comes across as being it plays itself, and he plays himself up massively, and it's only really the same 10 jokes over and over again.
True.
And I mean, but I mean, some of the people that have been involved in that in a time, like one of the main guys, he's got a bit more comedic range than the others, and the others are very, very sort of one-trick pony. We've been very, very complacent in our comedy lately.
I think the problem with Newsboys is it didn't really need a second series. I understand why they did it, but I just after the first one, yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a new cast of characters, but it was just like, do we really need more of the royal family? Do we really need more of the
it should have been a whole new cast of characters. Really.
Yeah, do we really need the baby who's lower class or whatever? I don't know. I got, you know.
I mean, like a lot of it is the same joke just being stretched a bit too much. Like if you did like a different joke each time. I mean, somebody who managed to keep it a bit more original was a guy. I don't know if you've ever heard of Bo Selector.
No.
Have you ever heard?
Bose Selector? I think I had the Bose CD Selector. Yeah.
And
God, I'm funny.
Bo Selector. It was a show. It starred that Lee Francis who does that Celebrity Juice as is it Lee Lemon or something like that?
No.
And yeah, he was this comedian, and he used to do like these characters. He had one which was just him wearing like a neck brace. It would be a guy called Avid Merriam. I mean, this was like the early noughties. This was like 2001, maybe 2001, 2002, 2003, that sort of time this came out on Channel 4. And, you know, Avid Merriam was like a stalker of celebrities, you know, taking the piss out of your typical sort of autographed sort of hunter. You know, the ones that usually got a neck brace on because they're usually sick and disabled. They're usually special needs. I have a
story to tell you. I don't know if Eric's still here.
Yes, I'm still here.
How much did you pay for an autograph from Peter Criss?
$40.
Really, for Peter Criss?
Yeah.
Wow, I'd pay that for Gene Simmons, but not Peter Criss. I mean,
I wouldn't pay that for Gene Simmons.
Hold on, I just got to check. Has Elliot got this wrong? Did Peter Criss pay you $40 to give you his autograph?
No.
Then you, my friend, got fucking ripped off.
I wouldn't pay $40 for. You know what Gene Simmons?
What is it they say in one of the Family Guy? I think it's Family Guy where they go to the Kiss concert and he finds out that Lois really isn't in the Kiss, and he goes, "You came as Peter Criss. No one wants to be Peter Criss, not even Peter Criss."
I wouldn't pay $40 for Gene Simmons. Because you know why? Because Gene Simmons owns a bank machine.
If you're going to pay $40 for an autograph, you're from a member of Kiss, you're at least expecting it to be Gene Simmons or the Star Child.
You better watch out. I own a bank machine.
Well, the thing is that Peter Criss is pretty much retired, and this is like the only chance to meet him. I've already met most of the members of Kiss. I still have him and Paul Stanley. I still had him and Paul Stanley left to go.
I'm doing a joke, Eric. Shut up.
I mean, for somebody, and I don't mean this to sound as rude as it's going to sound, but for somebody with your voice, I mean, a Kiss is a weird sort of music choice. Like, I'd expect listening to your voice that you'd be sort of like, you know, into some of them Bumder sort of songs.
See, you know,
you know, a lot of that music that goes, you know, Tuesday Night Dancers, that sort of thing. No. If you know what I'm meaning. You know, like going west with old Elliot here when he joined the Navy.
People, gay music, we get it.
You know that sort of song that goes, "Wheelies, wheelies, I love wheelies, I love wheelies."
No, the closest I would ever get to that music is Lady Gaga.
Here, fucking Lady Gaga needs to die. No,
hey, Eric, how do you annoy Lady Gaga?
How?
Poker face.
Here, I'm Chaz. I'm going to explain a simple joke that everyone understands for about 10 minutes.
Yep. You do know I wind you up, right? I mean,
I have the opposite
that irony to be lost.
See, I have the opposite problem where I won't explain a joke that no one else gets because, fuck it, people don't get it, they're not cool enough. But yes, Lady Gaga is the worst thing to happen to music since She's just an awful human being.
I mean, you make it sound like she's actually done something to you. Like,
she's pretty much.
Did Gaga come and put a finger in you or something?
She's pretty much the archetypal SJW.
Oh, you know she's not really that much into it. You know what it is? It's the Gaga. She's already sort of part of the sort of liberal Hollywood sort of thing anyway. But all that's coming from is it's like a lot of them do. It's the virtue signaling you're getting a lot of music, especially pop music.
Well, that, and I just hate her voice and her music and her mindless track. But I will say the one good thing is that she did not politicize the fucking Super Bowl. And although I haven't heard it because I'll never hear it, she probably sang better than James Hetfield in the Metallica thing. At the Grammys. I mean, and that's not really a compliment. James Hetfield has lost his voice about 25 years ago. But Metallica, it's kind of interesting that Metallica actually has survived and been this long. I mean, musically, they're not talented. I mean, they had 4 good albums, the first 4, and about 1 great one. And then all that, and then when they went to, we actually did the Black Album on Swine Brothers, and all we said was generic. I don't like generic music. I mean, that's the thing. If metal was totally mainstream, I would still listen to metal. But the thing is, it's not. I mean, I know people have accused me of only liking metal because it's underground. And that's... that could be further from the truth. Fuck it. Make Deicide as big as Madonna. I want to see 100,000 people in a stadium shout, "Kill the Christian!"
Well, do you know the one that made me laugh? There was a petition a few years back, because usually what generally got #1, right, was, and I'm going to share my little theory about this and see if you agree. What usually got #1 back many years ago was the X Factor. Yeah, generally because they released at the right sort of time for Christmas. Obviously, they had the show, which was viewed by many millions of people, so it already had a few million in support.
Oh yeah. I mean,
because obviously
there's definitely some marketing behind it. There's definitely
it obviously had an in with the BBC radio stations.
Yeah. There's definitely some marketing behind the scenes. So what about this?
But it's like the year before, I don't think it hit #1, or I think it was very, very close to not hitting #1. So the next year there was this big fucking thing about not allowing the X Factor to be #1. Everybody should download, pay for a copy of some band. I think it might have been Rage Against the Machine.
Ouch.
And one of their songs, and it got the Christmas #1. Now there was one little problem. Everybody had thought, yeah, we're going to stick it to old Mr. Simon Cowell and the corporate music. And obviously Rage Against the Machine is owned by Sony Music, who in turn also owns fucking a majority share of What's-His-Face's label.
Yep.
So he got money either fucking way out of that deal.
I always liked Rage Against the Machine's anti-corporate stance. I'm like, you do realize you're on a major label, right? And you're playing trendy music. I still like in the 80s, Dead Kennedys released a song called Too Drunk to Fuck. And there was it did really well in the UK. And there was a really, I don't remember if the top 40 or the top 10 or whatever. I think it was like the top 10. And they were fucking scared that they were going to actually have to say the name on air. And it got to like 11, but it didn't actually get to the top. I don't remember if it was the top 10 or top 40. I don't remember how these charts work, but they were.
Well, we do ours as the top 40, but obviously the main thing that's concerned about is the top 10.
Okay, whatever. But I think, but basically they were shit scared that they were going to have to say the name on air, and it got to like one number below where they would have to actually mention it. I was like,
oh, they probably just give the 10 countdown then. But no, it's like the official countdown is done on BBC One, because it used to obviously be done on on Radio One. It used to be done on the telly, because old Now Then Jimmy used to be in charge of that, didn't he?
I saw a thing from Top of the Pops in the 90s when Extreme Noise Terror played with the KLF. That was an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of crazy, Top of the Pops, because there was this weird thing where it was trying to play it safe and be this fucking pop music thing, but the music charts also got affected by people's purchasing. So the top 40, they'd give you the top 40 countdown, and play you some of it, or at least.
Well, that wasn't the thing. The thing was the KLF. There were some sort of acid jazz band. They were calling it quits, and they I guess they never liked the mainstream fucking, but they were, I guess, pretty big in the UK. I've never really heard of them. And they called Extreme Noise Terror on to basically scare the fuck out of everyone. I mean, with a band like Extreme Noise Terror, you kind of know what you're going to get with a name like that. It was, very punky, grindcore, I've also seen, I've seen Napalm Death on a children's show. I showed Eric that. Mm-hmm. Napalm Death on a children's music television show in 1988. I'm just wondering what kids were thinking when they... There's a band called Filthy Christians that played on Swedish television. That's going to go over well. But the UK has at least allowed punk, metal, and grind bands to play on television. The US, you'll never... I mean, you may get Slayer if you're lucky and the stars are in the proper alignment. But even there, their lyrics are a little too controversial. So, you may get Metallica. Oh boy! But in the UK, I'm not saying it's every week. I'm saying you may get it once. And the Peel session.
I think that will stop though, because before we used to have a culture of. I mean, prior to obviously the Saxgate and the rise of the fucking new Merry White House Brigade. And the fucking formation of our own FCC, which is the what's it called? I've forgotten their name now. What our one's called? Ofcom, I think. Ofcom, yeah.
Yeah, and so and of course the well, actually, you still have bands like Municipal Waste playing on the BBC.
Yeah, you will get that stuff, but I mean. What used to happen before, I mean, say like you had a situation where Margaret Thatcher died, yeah? And it's like, on one hand, they're going, oh, she split the country, and they don't mind showing this fucking, the vindication of her being fucking basically pariah in the streets. And I mean, like, if you look at the two sides of the Thatcher fucking funeral, you've got one side, which is, oh, we loved her, or tributes pouring in, like, a practice run for when the Queen dies.
My favorite was the guy with the tattoo on his body. And I'm like, yeah, Thatcher would have loved that.
The one I loved though was then you see the contrast of that, where you see like the working class miners where they're fucking burning effigies of her in the street, and fucking, and then you see it like it kind of eerily resembles the fall of fucking Baghdad. When they pulled down the Saddam statue.
Well, My point was like, and you had the Peel sessions, and yes, I know John Peel is a bit of a maverick, but you had extreme bands being played and anti-corporate bands being played on BBC, which is not, but it is radio that everyone can get. So you're a housewife and you turn on radio at night. And instead of getting nice pop, you get,
Well, they've actually diversified the channels a bit. So you have like Radio 1, which plays like the generic populace.
Yes, I know. My friend,
Radio 2, which is for the...
But there's just something awesome about
the older generation.
I'm going to turn on the radio and listen to some nice pop. You know, it's just,
Do you know what they did do on Radio 1 one time? They did like a history of rap. I think it was like the 30th anniversary or some shit like that of rap music. And
but
yeah, they were doing like a big countdown of the history of rap, and they had this DJ on there, and I can't remember what his fucking name used to be. And I think it was something like Leopard or some shit like that.
I would have no idea. So you could just basically say anyone.
Let's call him Rapid Leopard.
DJ Suck My Dick.
But yeah, he used to do some great fucking mixes, and he did this great fucking mix of a lot of the sort of rap songs of the, you know, like the evolution of rap. And it was really fucking good because it showed sort of like how the styles sort of changed over the years.
But that's the thing. Like even today, I have a couple things from the BBC from bands like Municipal Waste and a couple others. So that's good that at least they're still letting metal and shit. I mean, we
Do
don't
you know
have
what, right? If I was, let's say I got in on fucking poppy type music, yeah, right? Like I was a musician, so like I was like music person. Let's say I was like famous for some sort of poppy type thing, so it was definitely going to be in the BBC. And you know, you're getting that fucking live lounge chat fucking thing, and you know, you're basically doing like BBC Unplugged pretty much, and you get that sort of thing where you can do whatever the fuck you like. You got like, yeah, now play your fucking track that's you're using to plug your fucking band and your album. Now play whatever fucking song you fucking like. And it's quite interesting if you look at some of the live lounge, like some of the covers that people have done, they are quite.
But
they're quite good in the way that they've done.
We don't have a rock station. We have classic rock here, which is like, you know, we have Main Street. I have satellite radio, which I that's more of an American thing, I think. But so I get a mainstream metal channel, which will sometimes play something good, but more or less plays non-metal that I have to puke through. But they're you know, because we don't have any college radio or anything here, so you know,
we don't.
I am a little bit envious of you having the BBC. Granted, like
well,
I said,
we'll have college radio.
I'm not saying
but
it's
only sort of in the vicinity of the fucking university.
I'm not saying it's every day, but what I'm saying is at least it's there. There is a really good radio station in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Portsmouth Community Radio. I subscribe to their thing. I don't live near New Hampshire, but I subscribe to the thing because they play for about 3 hours. They play Eric's Glamit crap, and after that, they call Black Knight Meditate. It is censored. It is clean because you know we live in the land of the free, and you know. But they play everything from Iron Maiden and Judas Priest to bands I've never heard of. And if Elliot hasn't heard of a metal band and it's good, that's a revelation. You know, so I would like to have something like that in LA, but also I always wondered if that's still necessary. I mean, there's this thing called the internet radio. I mean, I was listening to Wolf Lair Radio before Eric came on, you know, an hour and a half before Chaz came on, and you know, it plays stuff that I have never heard of, you know, obscure black metal and shit, uncensored, uncut, and I always wondered what's the point of radio in this day and age. I guess not everyone has internet radio in the car, but I'm just, you know, but it's not going away. So, oh, and on television, you're not going to be able to get any metal either, other than Eric's crap. Thank you for taking that metal show away. You were a cancer on the. But yes, Napalm Death on a kid show. That would be fun to watch. So that's my thoughts on that subject.
That was pretty much a Forrest Gump. Like, that's all I got to say about that.
Of course, if I was doing like a live lounge thing, I think I would do like some grindcore shit. Then I could break into some power pop covers. This is a song by because I like power pop. Some of it's good. Mostly underground shit that nobody's heard of because, I don't know. Kind of sucks, but, I mean, it sucks that nobody's heard of it. What the fuck is going on back there? So you're listening to a Swine Brothers random chat shit. I'm Elliot. That's Eric. That's Chazzy. Chazzy Wazzy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's Chazzy Wazzy.
I'm just sitting here eating ice cream and listening to these two banter.
Don't talk about food, you fucker. I am hungry as shit.
I'll get you
Yeah,
ice.
I know. You're hungry for some machos, aren't you? Macho man.
I'm sorry, blame my cat for that, Charles.
Yeah. Blame your cat. Isn't that convenient? Do you know what? I do hope you come to England one time, mate, because I'm going to feed you some gorgeous food.
Yes, I hope so too. But
I'll even do something. I'll tell you what. I'll do an English take on an American sort of style thing. So, you know, like corn on the cob. Maybe I'll get some wedges, like make some wedges in like a seasoning with like maybe some bacon bits and a few other pieces, like, you know.
yeah, stop
like
talking about food for fuck's sake.
You know, maybe
So
some nice ribs, huh? Maybe
well,
in like a Worcestershire sort of barbecue-y type
well,
sauce.
it's offensive, man.
Worcestershire honey and mustard, I'm thinking.
Yes, it is very good, but Hitler was a sensitive man. Hitler was a sensitive man.
Well, I mean, yeah, all you had to do was draw a Star of David and you got triggered.
No, I mean sensitive is like he was a painter. And if Hitler was alive today, he'd probably listen to Depeche Mode.
Could you imagine that emo Hitler?
Oh God!
Well, I mean, if you look at him, when you look at him talk, he does look like he's having a tantrum. Look at him, he's like shaking. He's like, I just stash that, fucking waving his hand around like he's fencing an imaginary ghost.
Wait, fencing an imaginary ghost isn't normal?
Well, there's two types of Hitler, actually, right? You look at it, there's two types of Hitler speech. There's the fucking fencing ghost, fucking angry Hitler. Fucking. Then the other one is the very camp Hitler one, where he sort of stands there, doesn't really move very much, sort of does this weird self-hug thing where he crosses his arms, yeah, and occasionally he sort of like raises one arm up and out for a little bit, like he's almost trying to stop, like someone's like seen him doing the arm fancy ghost thing and gone, look, you've got to stop doing that, that's really putting the voters off. And so it's like he's trying to stop himself from doing all of that, so he's holding his arms together, but one's still occasionally getting a bit away from him, and he's like, no, you know, that's what it does look like. And he's like, you know, he's doing like the slightly calmer, more they're the two types of Hitler speech.
Fencing ghosts, is it normal?
No, you know what I mean.
No, I mean, because I fence ghosts all the time. They're vicious motherfuckers.
Do you know, if you watch my fucking videos, I do talk with my hands a lot. I'm like that.
When's the last time you even made a video?
Fucking like 2 years. Pretty much. I think I've made videos in the meantime.
I've subscribed to you and I never see anything. I'm like,
no, I don't have time really. Because here's the thing, like people don't know, this is very easy to do. This this type of show where it's live, because there's very little you got to set up, and if you're not coming on camera, you don't really have to fucking like make any effort with your appearance or anything like that.
Speaking
or have to worry about lighting and stuff like that, like making.
Well, I wanted to do Facebook Live the other day, yesterday, because I wanted to do like one of those Q&A things where people ask questions. It turns out you have to have a camera. It's not even like this where you don't have to have a camera. You have to have a camera. Dude, I don't even have a fucking monitor on my computer because obviously I don't need one, so what's the point? I was like, well, shit, I'm fucked. Because I wanted to do like, one of those, question and answer things. And yeah, I was like, well, that thanks for ruining my, shut up, Caitlin. That's my fucking sister screaming, playing a video game. And apparently she can't just play it quietly.
What video game is she playing?
I think it's Overwatch, but I'm not sure. She plays it with people, and I feel fucking bad for those people.
How old's your sister?
She's gonna be 20. Oh fuck, 26. Is
she good looking?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, of course you wouldn't really know what she looks like, would you?
Personally, I think she's fucking emotionally immature, but you know.
Does she have daddy issues?
She has issues. She's fucking a nightmare to be around.
So worth a poke, but not a proposal. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, be my guest. I don't give a fuck anymore. But yeah, I'd feel. I'd actually buy you fucking chocolates after that because I'd feel so fucking bad for you after that. Like you need.
Oh, I
you
thought
need
you
a
were
gift.
trying to offer me some sort of dowry then.
No, you just you need a gift. Here's some fucking candy. You need a gift because you've suffered.
You need my eyesight genes to wash out the fucking blindy gene from your fucking bloodline.
I'm fine being blind.
Really?
Yes.
So if you had the option to have eyes back, you would never have eyes.
Well, first of all, have eyes back. I've never had. No, because I'd have to relearn everything. Fuck that. I'm cool with.
What if it? Okay, then how about not eyes back? But what if every single thing that you ever knew, yeah, anything that you've ever sort of like whatever your eyes would have been able to see, like those memories were artificially sort of placed in your head?
Yes, if I could automatically, then maybe. But still, I still kind of like. I don't mind being blind. I mean.
Well, okay, if you're given the choice to have the ability to switch on and off your fucking eyesight, yeah, so you could have temporary bouts of eyesight for like, you know, watching television, would you go for it then?
Yes, because then when I see your face, I can fucking I want to be blind again, son of a bitch. Turn the switch off. No, I mean, realistically, I'm not. I mean, fantasy world. If all of that was, I could do all that without having to learn print, without having to learn anything. If I could just zap my brain and all of a sudden I knew everything, sure, why not? But in the real world, and by the way,
here's the thing though, could you like handwrite it at all, or have you only learned to type?
I've only learned. I know what a couple letters look like, but I could not trace them to save my fuck. I could not draw them to save my fucking life. So I'd have to learn. I've tried to draw some letters, and I can't. I just my hands, you know. But yeah, I've only learned to type it in Braille. Braille is a bitch.
I bet it is.
There are 6 keys and a space bar, so it's just a combination, and there are different contractions and shit. So there's a combination. And
I know 3 down and 1 along is L.
No, 3 down is L. 1, 2, 3 is L.
Oh, it might be different for our one to your one.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's no. 3 down and 1 along is P.
I'm sure it's 3 down and 1 along was L in our one.
No, that's not. No, and there's not an American and British one. It's standard. No, 1, 2, 3, 4 is P. 1, 2, 3 is L. Q is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I still remember the Braille alphabet, and there's a whole shitload of some of my spelling mistakes are actually due to contractions that
more fucking excuses. So it's the cat, it's the fucking contractions. Yeah, and these all fucking convenient.
They're fucking true. Sorry, but and it's so. Oh, and Braille. I think you've seen. I mean, I was talking to my friend who wrote a couple books, and he said my first book is 220,000 words. I was like, if you fucking put that into Braille, one volume would wipe out several forests, or one because Braille is ginormous compared to print. I mean, I remember looking at a small novelette in print, and then looking at the Braille. It had fucking cardboard covers, you know. It was in a case. It was ginormous. I was like, wait, that's like 120 pages in print, you know. So yeah, Braille was. I was never I was an auditory learner. I learned faster by hearing it and listening and talking than I ever did by reading. An interesting fact about me. It wasn't for lack of trying. It was just some people learn, some people can't learn, so nobody ever
Well,
understood.
everybody can learn from reading. It's just some people are stronger at learning through muscle memory, and some people are much quicker at learning through auditory.
I was always an auditory learner, but no one fucking realized it, and I couldn't explain it because I was 2 years old. But they finally figured out, oh, maybe if we, math problems. If someone asked me what a math problem was, if someone gave me the X and the Y and this, I could solve it in my head. But if I read it, there's a brick wall. And people are, what you understand this? How can you not know the answers on the test? Because for some reason when I read it, it looks like gibberish to me. But if someone explains it, or if someone not tells me, but if someone says it out loud, I'm like, oh, it's this. Okay, that's the answer. It's horrible. Yeah, I fucking hated it, and that's I had problems, but I'm at least moderately intelligent, at least by American standards. 2 plus 2 is 4, I think. Chaz is just breathing. The show's brought to you by breath.
Indeed. And air. I give you air from my lungs. It's a rare gift.
I give you air from my fucking something. I don't know. Fuck you. I'm too lazy to come up with a joke.
Yeah.
God, if we, we're in the same room together, the shows would be much more interesting.
Oh, indeed. You'd get hit a lot.
So would you. Jim and I still say that whenever we fucking meet each other, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to beat the shit out of each other, and then we're going to crawl towards the beer. Yeah. I almost killed Eric.
Yeah, he has several times.
Yes, I'm not that good at it. He's still alive. So we don't know when Swine Brothers will be back, but sorry, I've been up since 2 a.m. We don't know when Swine Brothers will be back, but it'll be back, and you'll enjoy it. I need more damn coffee. Oh, that was loud. Where's the fucking, receptionist? I can call a slut and ask her to get more coffee. God, the show, we don't even have a receptionist.
Yeah, we need to get a reception though.
We do indeed. And, maybe somebody... Sorry, I'm just concentrating on Skyrim at the moment.
He's concentrating on
I'm in the land of old Skyrim.
I still like Bishop's playing Skyrim, where he basically downloaded all the mods. He played as a cow named Jesus Fuck, with an invisible flaming goat and a crab with a monocle for friends, fighting trains and chairs.
Was it trains people?
No, flying trains and chairs. Oh, and exploding. And if you ever seen a cow take down a man, so yes,
I have, yeah. Cows are more dangerous than muzzies.
Oh, Bishman Rock playing Skyrim is a fucking awesome thing. Everyone subscribe to Bishman Rock on YouTube. Do it now, or fucking I will drive a stake through your fucking eye. And by a stake, I mean a meat stake. So it's gonna be really hard to get your eye to pop. Steak.
Do you know vegetarianism is a huge mistake?
Ah, that's funny for two reasons.
I know, right?
Yes, that's why I just fucking said it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh,
That you did, yep.
that you did. I'm all out of things to say.
So am I. Right, let's see. What can we talk about? We talked about Elliot's being a blindy who likes metal. We haven't talked about racing. Let's talk about all the races you like and all the races you hate.
I'm not going to another race till April 1st.
And you're going to try and, stir the crowd up so that they maybe storm onto the raceway.
A sprint
You're going to change your name to NSNBC or whatever it's called, so you can. Actually, no, I'll do that joke again. You're going to change your name to the Huffington Post so you can literally start a race riot.
A World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series race at Paris Auto Speedway April 1st. Then it's off to Long Beach the next week for sports cars and IndyCar racing. Then I'm not quite sure the next race, but we're going to Sonoma for NASCAR. We're going to Laguna Seca for about 3 races for 2 sports car, 1 motorcycle, and various local races. And we're just gonna basically that's what we do throughout the year. We travel to different motorsport events and enjoy it. And of course, all the shit I watch on television. And if I'm not reading and listening to music or doing the show, I'm usually watching racing or sleeping. It's a good life. It's what I do. Notice how I completely ignored Chaz's joke.
Yeah, I did. Good on you, lad.
Yeah. Been to 2 races already, so yeah.
You've been to 2 races.
Yeah. NHRA and Supercross. Next week is the 12 Hours of Sebring. That's going to be fun. We've actually covered racing on the show before.
Yes, we have.
Usually, it's always funny how the feminists are talking about women being oppressed, and yet, funny enough, about 5 or 6 of my favorite drivers are actually female, and they're not my favorite because they're female. They're my favorite because they fucking win races and championships. But they can't because, oh my god, they're oppressed. And Eric's coughing still.
Yeah.
Eric, die on your fucking own time and do it quietly.
Oh my gosh, fine. I'll tell the Angel of Death to hold off until after the show.
Good.
Did you say Angel of Death?
Yes.
Auschwitz, the meaning of pain, the way that I want you to die. Slow death, immense decay, showers that cleanse you of your life. Sorry.
I think it's more your mother you need to apologize for that. I mean, she spat you out of her vagina, and this is how you repay her.
Nah, she's in fucking Puerto Rico.
Is she? Well, your mother doesn't even want to be around you. How does that feel?
Actually, not bad, to be honest.
Your mother's gone to like a second world country to get away from you.
Yeah, well, actually, not that bad, to be honest. It's kind of nice.
Like, I'm just expecting you'll come over here to meet what's-her-face, and then she'll end up moving to fucking Kenya or something.
I do know someone from Kenya.
Yeah, probably live next door to you at some stage, am I right?
I don't get it. What?
I said, obviously, that when people get to know you, they fucking want to try and get as far away from you as possible, was a joke. You said, I know someone in Kenya, and I went, yeah, probably was your neighbor at one point. Yeah, you get it now, don't you?
No, the joke falls apart because I said I know someone from Kenya. She doesn't actually live in Kenya at the moment.
They're not, they're from Kenya now. They weren't from Kenya originally.
No, they don't actually live in Kenya at the moment. They were from Kenya originally.
They're from Kenya originally?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Actually, no, 2 people from Kenya. Yeah, 2. Eric knows the other one.
Yeah. If it's who I think you're talking about, then yes.
Josephine and Onyango.
Yes.
You know Onyango. I know Josephine.
Do you know many people from Nigeria as well?
No,
like some Nigerian princes who've helped you win the lottery.
no, I do not. But and yes. As soon as I go across to meet Sarah, she'll. Sorry, motorcycle's distracting. Yeah, she'll be like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here." So, I mean, I imagine that'll be the same for you and Bishop too, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can see you coming.
Oh, so can she.
Exactly. Fucking, like, I bet a lot of people, see you coming before you see them coming.
By the way, really quickly, everyone, just for future, I'll be doing 6 different interviews with Mr. Andrew Bishop of Bishman Rock. Not all at once, throughout the year, because he's got various projects starting next week and ending whenever the fuck. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And I want Chaz to be on those hangouts as well, just to fucking provide snark.
Mm-hmm.
That
I can do.
He's a cool guy. He's from some country called England. He's from Yorkshire, the land of pudding and terriers, and Tom Sykes, and Last of the Summer Wine, and other things. Still trying to get, yeah. That's all I know about Yorkshire. Yorkshire. Yes. And
Yorkshire.
Chaz lives in Kent, and I'm not sure if that's where they actually made the Kent engine, but there's an engine named after Kent.
Yeah, it's made by Clark Kent.
No, it's not made by Clark Kent.
It is.
It was made by Ford.
I saw it on the documentary Smallville.
It was made by Ford. They used to race them in Formula Fords, I believe. Fuck you. Stop trying to confuse me because it's not working.
Isn't it, though?
No, it isn't. I'm sorry, because Clark Kent was Superman.
Yeah, and he also invented the super engine.
Actually, Superman was Clark Kent.
Actually, Kal-El was Clark Kent.
Because he was actually... See...
He's not actually called Superman. That's the funny thing. He's actually called Kal-El. The S on his chest doesn't stand for Superman. It's how you write his family name in his language.
It stands for suck.
Well, he's not your mum.
Because Superman kind of fucking... Because he's pretending to be a human, but he's not, whereas other people are superheroes that are human.
What?
He's pretending to be a normal human, but he's actually from another planet, and actually born with super, rather than Spider-Man, who had to get his superpowers by being bitten by a fucking, I don't know, probably some sort of like daddy long legs, and he's just a little pussy. He's like, oh, I have powers now. No, you don't. You're just a deluded man on drugs. That's the thing. He thinks he's saving the world. He's actually just running through Central Park naked. I want to see what Spider-Man... Same with Batman. Batman thinks he's some sort of crime-fighting...
Actually, Superman is the hardest to beat out of all the Justice League.
I don't watch superhero movies. They're for children.
Hey, Batman was able to beat Superman several times.
What? You just muffled yourself.
Batman is able to defeat Superman because Superman is weak to kryptonite.
See. When they say kryptonite, they actually mean he's just going through withdrawals. And he's like, ah. And Batman's just wigged out on heroin. If you actually understood the Justice League, they're just people really high who think they're saving the world, but they're actually just running around, screaming, setting things on fire. It's a rather sad existence. There are no villains. The villains are the authority figures that try to arrest them. I don't know what I'm talking about any longer.
No, I mean, here's the thing, right? Superman's got the Spidey sense, yeah, and he relies heavily on stealth. And obviously, he's got the webbing, which is extremely fucking strong.
Superman has the Spidey sense.
Yep. So Spider-Man has the Spidey sense. And this is why he's superior to Superman.
Because he's part spider.
Yeah, because of the extra powers he gets, and obviously he has the ability to take a lot of damage and regenerate.
Does he have the power to come at me really aggressively and get stomped on like a little bitch?
Well, I mean, here's the thing: Spider-Man does everything a spider can. Yeah, so why haven't they just trapped him in a pint glass? Like every time they find him in their sort of like supervillain hideout, why haven't they just put a pint glass on him? You know, stuck a postcard underneath, taken him out, dropped him outside.
See, I don't do that. I have a rule. If anything with more than 4 legs comes near me and it touches me, it's not going to live. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't give a shit if it's a butterfly or if it's a poisonous spider. If it comes near me, it's taking this life into its own hands. I'm not going to fucking put it under a postcard. I'm going to go, fuck it. Survival of the fittest, motherfucker.
Hey, I think you're going to have to call it, I think, the end of the show there. I have to get going now because I think I hear my daughter's woken up, so I've got to go deal with that. So I'm going to toodaloo.
She woke up to say, Daddy, your show sucks. All right, we'll see you guys later. Fuck you.